All right, for Chapter 8 Vodcast, I'll be discussing the 6 properties shared by all languages. The development of language has given humans the ability to communicate complex thoughts and ideas, record information, and express emotions, leading to many advancements in communication, transferring knowledge, and cognitive development. There are almost 7,000 languages spoken around the world. However, there are 6 properties shared by all languages, which are communication, symbolism, structure, multiple levels, generativity, and constant evolvement. And I'm going to go into more depth about all these properties and give examples of each. The communication property of language allows us to share information with other individuals who share a common language. An example of this would be discussing which movie I would like to see with my girlfriend and discussing our opinions and thoughts about the movie afterwards. The next is the symbolism property of language that describes the arbitrary symbolic nature of symbols and characters and how they relate to real concepts in the individual's mind. Examples of this would be a red rose to symbolize love, a dove to symbolize peace, or flags to symbolize a certain country or state. The next property is the structure property of language, which is the property of language that dictates how a language individual symbols and characters should be combined to form sounds and meaning. So language must follow certain rules like word order, syntax, proper grammar, and punctuation to make the language coherent and understandable. Next is the multiple levels property of language, which describes the many analyzable layers of language. Most sentences and paragraphs can be broken down into many layers, from sentence structures, phonetics, morphology, syntax, semantics, and pragmatics. The next property is the generativity property of language, which describes the ability of language producers to create a virtually limitless number of unique expressions, primarily as a result of the complexity of structure in language. So a simple sentence like "the dog laid in her bed" could be changed to "the dog laid in her bed in the living room," which could be changed to "the dog laid in her fluffy bed," and so on and so forth. You could have endless opportunities with a simple sentence like this. The last property is the dynamic property of language, which describes the observation that all languages change over time with the fading away of unused words, the creation of the words, and the attribution of new meanings to older words. So words like cell phone, selfie, and the internet weren't around decades ago. Acronyms we use when texting like LOL, TTYL, SMH also had no meaning decades ago. And words can also change meaning, like the word text used to mean actual, or still does mean actual words on a page or document, but now it can also mean a message that was sent digitally.